So while I was cleaning up, I also found this little piece of plywood, which was originally for a puzzle or something, but we don't have the puzzle anymore because all the pieces are lost. And then I found some foam, which would be good for CPUs that don't have a plastic case. And I also took a CPU with a plastic case just so that I can have something to measure so that I don't make the cells too small. And so I was thinking I want the cells to be about 3/4 of an inch tall, so these pieces are left over from a crosscut sled. I sold the saw and the guy didn't want the crosscut sled, so I just kept the crosscut sled and broke it back down. So these are about 1/4, maybe 3/8 of an inch thick and 3/4 of an inch wide this way. And they should be plenty long. I mean, like that, you know. And I got 2 of them, just in case. So now we gotta start working on stuff. So I'll start off by putting these down to make them a little more smooth. Alright, so now for the 2 sides, I'm going to rip 2 slices off of this piece of wood here. Alright, now I'm going to make a notch in these so that a piece of plywood can slide in. Alright, so I failed to take into account that, like, you know, how these would add up, but luckily it's actually very close to the thickness of the box, so I just gotta shave off a tiny bit here and then we should be good. So, to make up for my mistake of not using box joints in the corner, I'm going to use these extra long screws here. So, I'm just going to put this together dry without any glue right now, just so we can drill in the bottom screws, because, yeah, that needs to be done, and then we can put glue on it and then put it all together, you know? I probably don't need safety glasses for this, but hey, with that logic, I'm probably going to get karma really good. Like, I don't know, this screw is going to explode into about 1,000,000 pieces here. Okay, and it looks like this screw is going in the wrong path. See, why bother just doing things for yourself when you can just harness the power of fossil fuels and other stuff to do your work for you? Alright, let's see here. Okay, and that is too high and not centered or anything, so maybe we should just use the regular screwdriver. Alright, let's see here. Alright, here we go. Now this will probably be better for this shot. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's still messed up. Alright, so let's see, it should rock this way, and yet it doesn't. It'll just be reinforcing bad behavior. So we ought to put it around the other way. I don't even know. Gotta make sure it's right in the center. There we go. Okay, so I'll flip this over and we got this thingamabobber here. So just look at that. Isn't that just the most warped thing you've ever seen? Like, you can even just looking at it here, just see that it's warped. Yeah, that's really dissatisfying when that happens to your project. Dang. Dang. I knew this piece of plywood would come in handy one day. So this is going to be the piece that slides into the top here. So I'll measure that. Alright, now for our handle, I'm just going to cut off a section of this dowel I turned. Alright, well, just pop it on right about there, I think. Oh, look at that. Just look outside. There we go. Okay, now I got a little handle. I've been working on this, and I've decided I want more cells in here. Normally I was just going to have 2 big cells, or, well, 3 rather, but 2 pieces of wood separating it, but I want 4, so now I need to cut 4 more of these for the next cell, because now there's a big empty one here. And so I found this scrap piece of wood here from a glue up, I think for a wheel mount or something on my bandsaw. But that's besides the point. So I put a 7¼ inch blade in here so that I won't waste as much wood from the saw curve, and it cuts a lot cleaner too. Alright, well, so now we gotta glue everything in. So I got this here bottle of mustard. Now, you might not know this, but mustard is actually very sticky, and it's a good substitute for wood glue, so. Okay, I'll just pop this in here. Yeah, that might be a little bit much. Alright, so now the only thing left to do is to put the foam on here, so, well, we gotta do that. So, let's see here. Well, there we go. Now we just gotta hot glue them all into place. And it looks like I didn't make it big enough. That Pentium is way more valuable than that, like, laptop CPU. Now this can get chucked in some drawer. That does not sound good at all.